And shall serve a term of 2 years on that count as well.
I didn't mean to kill Oscar. Ashley, I really didn't. I really think I did it. I didn't mean to hurt him. I want you all to know that that is not me. That is not me. That's not him.
Number 7 is the case of Sandell Jackson. Jackson, just a teenager, found himself in the courtroom facing a felony murder charge. Felony murder charge. This is a serious charge, even if you don't pull the trigger. If someone dies during a felony you're committing, you can be held just as responsible as the person who did. Jackson took a plea deal, which can sometimes mean a lighter sentence, but in this case, the judge was not playing around. He was about to learn a lesson that would change his entire life, forever, in the span of about 30 seconds. Number 6 entry, Jennifer Mee. She became famous overnight as the Hiccup Girl, a teenager who had a bizarre, uncontrollable case of the hiccups for weeks straight. She was on talk shows, she was a viral sensation, people all over the world knew her name. But behind the quirky medical mystery, a much darker story was unfolding. Mee fell in with a bad crowd, manipulation, drug experimentation, a far cry from the innocent girl hiccuping on national television. This downward spiral eventually led her to a courtroom, facing charges in a robbery that went wrong and ended in a man's death. Once again, the felony murder rule came into play. Even though Jennifer didn't pull the trigger, she was accused of luring the victim to the location where her accomplices intended to rob him. The prosecution argued that she was a key part of the plan that resulted in a tragic death. As the trial concluded, the jury found her guilty. The viral star, the girl everyone knew for her strange affliction, was now a convicted felon facing a mandatory life sentence. The cameras in the courtroom were rolling, waiting to see how the former media darling would react to this devastating verdict. Her reaction was instant and heartbreaking. The moment the verdict was read, Jennifer Mee broke down completely. Number 5, we have the deeply disturbing case of Racelyn Martin. This story is a family tragedy of the highest order. Martin was a teenager when he committed an act of unimaginable violence against his own grandfather, killing him with a hatchet. The brutality of the crime sent shockwaves through his community. The brutality of the crime also sent shockwaves through his own family. When a crime is this personal and this violent, the path to justice is often complicated and emotionally charged. Martin eventually pleaded guilty, admitting to what he had done. He then threw himself on the mercy of the court. What makes this case particularly gut-wrenching is the testimony during the sentencing hearing. This wasn't just prosecutors. This wasn't just lawyers. It was Martin's own parents who took the stand, in an incredibly difficult and painful moment. Number 4 is the case of a 13-year-old boy, Keyshawn Mann, who was accused of an absolutely brutal crime, killing his own mother. The details of the case are horrific, and the fact that the suspect was barely a teenager made it an instant media sensation. This wasn't just a crime. It was a story that raised incredibly difficult questions about youth violence, the justice system itself. The core of the legal battle wasn't just about guilt. If you want part 2 of the stories behind the vaults, subscribe and turn on notifications.